What up, what up, what up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of The Chi, Season 6, Episode 11. So if you haven't seen the 11th episode of Season 6 of The Chi, turn this video off, go watch the episode, and come back and watch this review. Please like this review, subscribe to the channel. It's simple, it's free. Help me get to 200 subscribers, which isn't even a lot. But I'm building every day, and if you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell, you will help in a little way, a big way, all types of ways. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Comment below what you thought of this week's episode, what you would grade this week's episode. If I forget anything or if I'm off on anything in particular, let me know in the comments, because I be high and I be forgetting. And I'm not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words. You will hear me say and so and like 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down to regain my thoughts. I'm going to be looking at my notes that I take right here throughout the show. And anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with this show. Okay? Let me get all that out the way. I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. This week's episode was like a slow burn. I don't know. This week's episode was not given for me. I'm going to have to give this joint like a... We didn't get no Duda this episode. Not saying that we always need Duda, but we didn't really get no Duda. It was kind of a dry episode. I'm going to say C+. I want to say C-. I got to go through the scenes again, and maybe I'll change. Like I said, I do the grades before and after the reviews, because sometimes I change my mind. But right now, I'm feeling the C+. Maybe I'll change it at the end. Maybe I won't. But let's get into it. Last chance. This is The Chi, Season 6, Episode 11. If you have not seen it, turn this video off right now, because I'm about to spoil the entire episode after I get some water. That was so good. Now I gotta let the rest of that melt. That was good. All right, so the first scene of the episode, Papa, Bakari, and Jake, they're all at Kenya's father's church at his service. The fucking collection plate then came around about more than once, at least. So they already giving us this type of character that Kenya's father is going to be, because the fucking collection plate done went around more than once. So while they at the service, Jake is eyeballing the pastor's wife, Kenya's stepmother, I'm assuming. Or maybe her mother. I don't know. But she's the first lady of the church. Kenya's father's wife. So he eyeing her. So then after the service, Kenya, she brings Papa, Jake, and Bakari over to introduce them to her father. And the first lady who Jake seemed to be feeling. And then it seems like she's feeling him too, because she compliments his hair, like, I like your hair. And Jake's like, I've been growing it all my life. I'm just like, really? Jake wants some cougar booty? So then Zay, he goes to approach Kenya and asks her out. And then she does something that she could have did with Papa but didn't do. She tells him off the breaks that she has a son. Why'd you wait to tell Papa but you tell him off the breaks? So she tells Zay, I got a son. Zay like, oh, I don't care about that. So Kenya's like, okay, I'll think about it. Papa, he done seen all this go down. He watching it all go down. Weed on my tongue. I didn't get it. Here we go. No, I didn't get it. I thought I did. It's on my lip now. Sorry, I had weed on my lip. Anyway. So, then we get Keisha and Emmett. Keisha done made Emmett breakfast in bed. He like, well, I must have put it down. And Keisha's like, shut up. Just eat before it get cold. I like when they on good terms. I hate seeing them argue every other damn episode. Like, I get it, relationships have arguments, but like, damn, every episode is Keisha and Emmett at each other's necks. So I was happy to see them getting along this episode and last episode. They went to the club. So he's like, oh, you made me breakfast in bed. She's like, you deserve it. Basically trying to soften them up for the question. She's like, oh, did you talk to Alicia yet? So Emma's like, oh, no, I'm going to talk to her soon. Then he tells Keisha that he's going to laser tag with Darnell, his father. He says he wants to spend more time with him. In that same conversation, he says, I can't spend time with you, because she pressured him to talk to Alicia. And I'm like, why are they like emphasizing all these ways of Emmett trying to spend time with his people like he about to go or something? That was kind of throwing me off. I was like, why you want to spend time with your lady and your father all of a sudden? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's like it's feeling like he think he gonna die or something. Or is he gonna die? So then we get this scene. So Tiff, she helping Rob with his physical therapy, with his PT or whatever. Alicia comes down there, tries to stop them, and Rob's like, nah, we good, Mom. She's just trying to meddle. Next thing you know, this nigga Leon, I don't know his name on the show yet, but he's Victor's lawyer, played by Leon from The Temptations. We all know who Leon is. So he comes in, and Rob's like, Dad. And I'm like, oh, so this nigga is Rob's father. Also, Vic's lawyer. I was like, that's going to get tricky. So Alicia's like, well, what are you doing here? And Leon's like, well, I heard about what happened to my son. I came to check on him. So Robbie grabbed Tiff up. I like Rob's character. He don't play about his woman. He told Nook, you mean my woman? And then Leon was like, I came to check on my son. And he grabbed his woman up and was like, I'm good. And then Leon, he introduces himself to Tiff. Rob's like, this is my woman. Leon's like, you beautiful. Nice to meet you. Da-da-da. So then Leon and Alicia, mind you, his name is not Leon on the show. That's his real name. I don't know what his name is on the show yet. So Leon and Alicia, they step away to talk. Not too far though. So they step away to talk. And Leon's like, I never knew Rob to be the type to be shooting guns, using guns, whatever the case may be. So he's like, he says to Alicia, I know you sent him to kill somebody, to kill a man. So Alicia's like, I don't know what you talking about. And she did though. Sent her non-gangbanging son to kill a gangster. You supposed to be smart, woman. I don't understand that play. She know her son ain't in that life. She know he ain't a street nigga, but yet she still sent him to do the job. I mean, I guess he would have been unsuspecting, but still. She got that type of influence and pull and shit. She's supposed to have just hire somebody to take dude out. Or get one of her soldiers, not her son. So, of course, Alicia's denying that she told Rob to kill somebody. That she sent Rob to kill somebody. So then Leon, he tells Alicia that he's handling Victor's case. Since he heard about what happened to her brother, Q, Rob's uncle, Tracy's baby father. So Alicia's like, oh no, that's a conflict of interest. And Leon's like, no, it's not for me. So then we get this scene, Gemma, she's hosting Tierra and Marcus over for dinner at her place. This is the first time they're going to be seeing her new place. Marcus gives her props, whatnot. Starts inspecting the place, asking questions. And where's Jake? And Gemma's like, oh yeah, he double booked himself. Da-da-da. So then we get introduced to a new character. Emmett and Darnell are out laser tagging. Darnell just casually, nonchalantly introduces Emmett to his brother, Damien, who's played by the black boy from On My Block. Damn, I was supposed to look up his name and write it down. I forgot. But if you watch the show on Netflix, On My Block, he's the only black one. He's like the witty one, the witty black one on My Block. I was like, oh, look at my guy. He done got another role. So he's playing Damien, Emmett's brother. So they meet for the first time. He's not really feeling it. He's like, I thought it was just going to be me and you, father-son bonding. And Darnell's like, yeah, he's my son too, father-son bonding. So they start playing the laser tag and whatnot. Damien, he's trying to like bond with Emmett, asking him questions and stuff. And Emmett, he really ain't feeling it. He's like, yeah, if I need anything, I ask you, da-da. And I'm like, he looked younger than Emmett, but Darnell said they're the same age. So I'm like, maybe he's just trying to get game from Emmett. But when they had that little food prayer scene, I was like, I don't know about Damien now. But we're going to get to that. I like to go scene for scene. So then Brittany, she pops up at Gemma's place. Never really explained why she was there. She just popped up. So, you know, Gemma's like, now it's not a good time. And Marcus and Tiara, they fling the door back. Oh, hello. And Tiara invites Brittany in. So Tiara and Marcus sitting across from Gemma and Brittany. And Tiara and Marcus can kind of feel something going on. I mean, Tiara already knows because Gemma told her she kissed Brittany, but Marcus, of course, Marcus and Tiara have those faces like, oh, we see something going on between Gemma and Brittany. So then Kenya's father, who we all know is Papa's father's rival, church rival, whatever. So he shows up at Papa's father's church. And Papa's mother started going off Sister Jackson. She's like, oh, what are you doing here? You know, my husband hated you. And the pastor, Kenya's father, he's like, oh, hate's such a strong word. And she starts accusing him of lying to his congregation, taking the money, basically, and things like that. I guess using it for personal expenses. And he denying it. He like, all the money gets put into the church, this, that, and the third. He tells Miss Sister Jackson, oh, your son, Papa, he was at service. So Sister Jackson's like, probably because your fast daughter told him to come. And the pastor dude, Kenya's father, he's like, my daughter is a child of God, just like everybody else. So then he gifts her with like a care package, I guess because she just lost her husband. So he gifts her with a care package. Papa walks over and Kenya's dad gifts him with a audio mixer. He's like, I heard you needed this for your podcast. His Papa mother in the background mean looking like this nigga. So then Kenya's father, the pastor, he leaves. I don't know his name yet. I gotta learn these names so I won't have to keep saying Kenya's father. And Kenya's father's wife is extra, but I don't know their names yet. But if y'all watch the episode, then y'all know who I'm talking about. So after Kenya's father leaves, Papa's mother comes up to him. Oh, you went to the ops church? She ain't say that, but she's like, you went to that church? And Papa's like, what'd he say? He's like, I just want to walk down my own path. And Sister Jackson, Papa's mother, well, I hope that's the path to righteousness and not the path to just getting rich. So Bakari chimes in, kind of like on the mom's side, on Papa's mom's side. He's like, she got a point. And she snaps on Bakari. If I needed your rebuttal or something, she said, I would have asked for it. I was like, damn. You be doing that to my man Kari? So she leaves the room and Bakari's like, he tells Papa, like, I feel like your mom don't want me around. Like, maybe you think I should leave out. I mean, you think I should move out? Ask Papa, you think I should move out? And Papa's like, nah, you good. She just still grieving. I hope that's the case, because why you doing that to him? She probably somewhat, in a way, feel like he's somewhat responsible for her husband's death. Because ever since Bakari moved in with them, it's been like, stuff happening. So Papa and Bakari, they have this embrace. Papa like, you ain't got to move out, my brother. So Rashad and Alicia slept together. I couldn't believe this shit. I was like I said in my last review, I feel like the age gap in real life is crazy, but it's believable on the show. It is what it is. So they all bundled up in bed. Alicia, she gets out the bed and she pulls this coat out and puts it on Rashad, and he in the mirror like, this so nice. He's like, well, I can't accept this from you. He's like, I want to be my own man. Like, basically not trying to be taken care of like somewhat he was with Deja. So at first he's not trying to accept the coat, and Alicia's like, you don't turn down something you're offered or something, she said. So he accepts the coat, and then Alicia offers him the head of security position. And I'm like, What company business do you have? What will he be the head of security of? Did I miss that? What does Rob's mother do? All I remember Rob saying is, you think dude is something, my mother is worse. But I don't know what is her company? What is her, we know she got something to do with investing. We know that Bianca said she invested in her cigar lounge. What is the company that he would be the head of security of? That's what I want to know. So she offers him that position. He's like, is it legit? And she's like, I thought he was going to be like, no, because he just said he wanted to be his own man and she offering him a job. I thought he was going to be like, nah. So he's like, is it legit? So she's like, of course it is. And she's like, well, you going to have to carry a gun. And Rashad's like, I'm a felon. I can't carry no gun. So Alicia's like, well, let me pull some strings. And I'm like, okay. What kind of strings she got that she could get his record expunged, or she can make it so that he could carry a gun. I'm just like, damn, Rashad, you done left one woman that was taking care of you just to be with another one. She just on a whole nother level than Deja. But you just about to be a kept nigga. You must be laying the pipe down. These bitches willing to just do what they doing. So back at Gemma's, Brittany, she's playing her music for Marcus and Tierra. They seem to like it. They're giving her praises. So Marcus is like, he asked Brittany, like, you really think you can make my daughter some real money? Brittany's like, maybe. She a bad actor to me. She just so, maybe. It's like she's trying too hard. I don't know. But maybe, I don't know. But she's like, maybe. And Gemma's like, so are you cool with me not going to college now? Says that to Marcus. Marcus like, oh, hold up, buddy. Like, I ain't say all that. He ain't say that, but he's like, I ain't say all that. So while all this is happening, Tierra, she texts Gemma, is like, I can see why you like Brittany. I'm like, look at Tierra encouraging the shit. You just told her that she don't need to be experimenting so much if she in a relationship. Now I can see why you like her. So Rob is out to dinner with his dad, Leon. And Leon tells Rob, like, I know that you tried to kill Duda because you think he killed your uncle. So Rob's like, I know he killed my uncle. So Leon's like, how? So Rob, he doesn't tell him. So then Leon's like, did you ask for Vic's help to kill Duda? And Rob's like, did Vic tell you that? So Leon, he doesn't say who told him. I mean, he doesn't say if Vic told him that. He's like, Vic is willing to testify against Duda. And Rob's like, well, what they got to do with me? And Leon's like, I wanted to see if you would be willing to testify too. He's like, I need this favor from you. And Rob's like, well, I needed a father, and you wasn't there. And Leon's like, I was working. And Rob's like, yeah, sure he was. And then he walks out. And then Leon, he seemingly pulls out, I don't know if those was baby photos of Rob. I don't know what it was. So Marcus, he's talking to his daughter. He's talking to Gemma. He's like, you miss living at the house. And she's like, oh, yeah, sometimes. But I do like having my own place. So Marcus, he's giving her praises, telling her how proud of her he is. And that he had a totally different plan mapped out for her life, but he likes the way that her life is headed, basically. And Gemma's like, well, thank you for trusting me. So then Marcus, he starts digging deeper. He's like, are you and Brittany strictly business? And Gemma's like, what did Tierra tell you? And Marcus is like, nothing. Why? Drawing on yourself, Gemma. So he's like, no, why? He's like, if there's anything that you want to tell me. And Gemma's like, nope. So Marcus is like, well, don't shit where you eat. Gemma's like, I won't. But literally tries to do this shit at the end of the episode. All for some get back, but we gonna get there, okay? So Jake has Kenya's dad's wife at his place. I don't know how the hell they linked up. The scene pops up and she already at his crib. Coming on to him and shit, asking if he gonna spend his money on her. Cause she like, what you spend your money on? He like, rent, weed, food. So she like, you gonna spend your money on me? And he like, nope. He was like, nope. He said that shit quick as shit too. She was like, I appreciate your honesty. Why the fuck would he spend money on you? He is a teenager. You was a grown-ass woman with a pastor for a husband. So then she starts going down on Jake. It was very unbelievable. Like, it didn't even look like Jake was enjoying it. I don't know what the fuck they wanted us to get from that. So Keisha and Emmett, they host Emmett's parents over for brunch or dinner, whatever the fuck, Darnell and Jada. And they bring Damien along, Emmett's newfound brother. And of course, Emmett, he's upset. He's like, what the fuck? Like, why is he here? And Damien, he introduces himself to Keisha. He's like, oh, this is your wife. And Emmett like, we're not married yet. And Jada like, well, y'all live together with all y'all kids. It's believable to think that you guys are married, da-da-da. Damien's like, Keisha, you're very beautiful. And Emmett's like, hold up, buddy. So then, what's his name? Damien, he goes to play with the kids, with Emmett and Keisha's kids. And he trying to tell them, I'm your uncle. And Emmett's like, half uncle. I'm like, nigga, he's family. Chill out. Unless he start doing some janky shit. So Emmett, he pulls Jada, his mom, he pulls her aside. He's like, well, why didn't you guys tell me you were bringing Damien? So Jada's like, well, you know, Darnell, he wants you and Damien to spend more time together. It's about time he just start bringing his other kids around. And Emmett's like, he asking Jada, well, like, are you okay with it? Do you care? And Jada's like, well, I mean, of course I care, but I see the way that Keisha doesn't care that you have 3 different baby mamas and all these kids. And I'm like, point taken. And Emmett's like the same thing. He's like, you got a point there. So Jada's like, Emmett, just give your brother a chance. So they all sit down to eat. And Emmett's about to lead them in prayer. And Damien like kind of cuts them off. That's what I thought was shady. I was like, all right, Damien, now you're starting to look a little shady. Cuts him off to lead the family in prayer. Or maybe he's just trying to impress Emmett. I don't know. We'd have to wait and see. Time will tell what happens with this new character, Damien. So after the sex with Jake and the pastor wife, she like, will I see you on Sunday, like at church? And Jake's like, oh, you know, church ain't really my thing. And she's like, you don't have to come for God. You can just come for me. Why the fuck would he come to church for you when you there with your husband? I was like, girl, you trying to get him caught up. Get yourself caught up at that point, I mean, for that matter. So Jake's like, oh, yeah, I'll think about it. And she's like, well, what do I have to do to see you again? Like, the dick was so great. And he's like, pray on it. Jake say, pray on it. So Emmett, he's still pissed. He goes to Darnell. He's like, man, next time, give me a heads up before you inviting Damien over. And Darnell basically brushing off like, nigga, I ain't doing that. I'm a grown-ass man. So he tells Emmett, you know, Damien, he looking for a job. And Emmett like, so? And Darnell's like, you know, I know Smokey's hiring. And Emmett like, well, why you don't have him work with y'all with the handyman business? And Darnell's like, he don't know how to fix stuff. He good with numbers. And Emmett's like, well, why he unemployed? And Darnell's like, you know, they ain't hiring nobody. Emmett starts to feel bad. He's like, all right, I'll think about it. So I think initially he's going to hire Damien, especially since the end of the episode, we see that Papa's probably about to be leaving. This scene was crazy as hell. So Jake and Gemma, they all laid up, chilling. Jake, he apologizing for missing the brunch with Marcus and Tiara. And Gemma's like, well, you owe me. Give me a back rub. So he started rubbing her back. He gets a text message, start giggling. And Gemma's like, who's texting us? She says, who's texting us? So Jake like, nobody. And Gemma's like, are you lying to me? And Jake's like, I'm not lying. And Gemma's like, well, you know, we're going to be together. We got to be honest with each other. This, that, and the third. So Jake's like, you sure you want to know? And Gemma's like, yeah. So Jake's like, well, this lady came over my house and she let me fuck. I was like, what the fuck? Gemma was like, what the fuck? Gemma was like, what the fuck? You couldn't soften the blow a little? Jake was like, how was I supposed to soften the blow? So he's like, he's saying to Gemma, like, so you want me to, you expect me to only fuck you for the rest of my life? He's like, I'm only 18. So then he's like, do you only expect to fuck me for the rest of your life? And Gemma's like, oh, I don't know, but you are my person. So Jake's like, well, so you ain't never thought about fucking Brittany? And Gemma's like, well, me and Brittany have never done anything. So Jake, he called bullshit. He's like, oh, you sure about that? So this is when Gemma comes clean, tells him that her and Brittany kissed. She's like, but you fucked somebody. I just kissed somebody. And Jake's like, so you ain't never thought about fucking Brittany? And Gemma's basically, her body language says yes. She don't answer, but her body language is like yes. And Jake's like, okay. Then he's like, well, I don't want to break up, but I don't want to. He's like, I don't want to say that I'm gonna be with you forever. He's like, we should keep our options open. Gemma kind of not feeling that. She kind of mad. She walks off. Then we get this scene. Zay, he comes to pick Kenya up. They in the car. He offering the weed. She like, nah at first, but then she starts smoking with him. And she's like, what brings you to the Shy? And he's like, opportunity. So she asks him, like, do you work for Duda? So I don't know. I don't know what I thought his answer was going to be, but I didn't think he was going to be so straightforward. He was like, yeah. He was like, but I'm tired of having a boss. I want to work for myself. He was like, I'm ready to be my own boss. And she was like, you got what it takes. That's a wild ass transition to go from a pastor son to a soldier, like a. I don't want to call Zay like a gangster, but he a soldier. You talking to a nigga that's in their life now. So we get this quick cutaway to Bakari grabbing the journal that the professor told him to write his sacred thoughts in, which ends up getting narrated by Bakari's character at the end of the episode. So we get this scene in the studio. Of course, Gemma, she ready to get her lick back. She in there dancing all seductively to the beat while Brittany trying to write to it. So this is when Brittany tells Gemma, I want to keep things strictly professional. And Gemma's like, since when? Like, bitch, you been trying to get at me since we started talking. Since I started working with your ass. She ain't say that, but definitely been trying to get at her ass since y'all been working together. So Brittany's like, oh, it's not that I don't want you, but I just don't want to lose focus on the goal at hand. Like, feelings will start getting too involved. She's like, so you think if I fuck you, I'm going to be all head over heels? And Brittany's like, yeah. So this is when Papa, he goes back to Kenya's dad's church. And Kenya's dad offers Papa the job as his assistant. And Papa's like, yeah. And Kenya's dad's like, but it's full time, so you would have to quit your job at Smokey's. And this when Papa's like, well, maybe it's time for a change. So that's why I think Emmett might end up hiring Damien, because Darnell already said Damien good with numbers. I think Papa had like a manager position or something. I don't think Damien gonna come in as a manager, but I feel like he gonna hire Damien since Papa about to leave. So we get this final scene. Bakari, he's writing in his journal, basically just writing his thoughts about everything that's transpired in his life, things between his sister, and never thinking that he would basically have so many people in his corner, like Rashad and Papa, and have a girlfriend that he in love with, like Lene, and stuff like that. And then he talks about how, then he's like, he wished that he could kill the nigga that killed Pastor Jackson, Papa's father. He's like, I wish I could kill the nigga that killed Pastor Jackson, like I killed the nigga that killed Coogie. He's like, but that didn't make me feel better. Didn't make me feel nothing. He's like, I just want to live. I don't want to die. I want to have a better life. And I'm just like, I mean, I'm all here for writing your thoughts down, but I think I said this in my last review. Don't go writing down confessions. Nigga, you just confessed to a murder and wrote it down in your journal. Now, what if the professor read that shit and turn it into the police or something? Because he ain't no therapist, so he ain't got no attorney-client privilege or whatever the fuck them therapists be having. You know how therapists can't release sessions or whatever, because it's supposed to be confidential or whatever it's called. So that ain't what the professor is. The professor reads your journal and be like, this nigga killed the nigga. Oh, lock his ass up. You never know. I just feel like I get getting your expressions off on the paper, but I feel like writing down your confession to murder is extra. I'm rooting for Bakari. We're going to have to see. That's how the episode ends. Like I said, it was a slow burn episode. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with my grade of a C+. Thoughts and predictions for episode to come. Like I said, hopefully don't nothing happen with him writing that confession in that journal. They still haven't said nothing about them guns in Lennay's closet. Like I said, we didn't get no Duda this episode. I wonder what Alicia's play is with Rashad. We're going to see how that's going to play out. How long is Keisha and Emmett going to be on good terms? And what's about to happen with this whole Vic and Leon situation? Is it about to go to trial? What's about to happen? I don't know. We will just have to wait and see what's going to happen between Zay and Kenya. Is they going to actually be a thing? Is Brittany going to say fuck it and fuck Gemma? And is Jake going to get jealous or he just not going to care? Lots of thoughts and questions. Those are my little thoughts or whatever is for episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review. Comment below what you thought of this week's episode. If I forgot anything, if I was off on anything, let me know in the comments. Comment what you would grade it. I don't do ratings. I do gradings. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I don't only review The Shy. I review other shows as well. Sisters come back on next week. I will be reviewing that. I got some covers, freestyles on my channel. Check out my channel. Like, subscribe. It's free. It's anonymous. I can't stress that enough. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. Again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.